Odyssey coming out, there's only one thing to do. Make ourselves universally hated by all Nolan bros by rating every Nolan movie. Now, to be fair, there's 3 we haven't seen yet. The Odyssey,
3, yeah.
Following, which I honestly haven't heard until I sat down here and saw this, and Insomnia, which doesn't really count because he didn't write that one.
I haven't seen Insomnia, and I haven't seen Following, and I haven't seen The Odyssey yet either. So we're going to end up ranking just like, I guess, 10 movies.
Yeah, I think 10.
We'll just call it the top 10.
This is the top 10 definitively. Once we say this is how it is. And actually, I haven't seen your list, and you're probably peeking at mine.
No.
Don't look.
There we go.
Okay.
How do you want to do this?
Why don't we start at the bottom? Number
Okay.
10.
I think we might, if there's agreement, it might be here. Bottom of my list is Tenet.
Oh, nope.
No?
Nope. I hate to do this, but number 10 for me has got to be Dunkirk.
Really?
I did not even finish the movie. That's how bad I thought it was.
Okay.
I abandoned it, and I tried. I went back to watch it, and I could not finish it. I'm so sorry.
Well,
Snooze, it gets grade A snooze fest, in my opinion. Okay, Tenet.
The Academy would disagree with you.
Well, yeah, of course. I disagree with the Academy on many things.
No. Okay. Well, then what was wrong with Dunkirk?
Okay.
What was wrong with Dunkirk? Do you even remember Dunkirk?
I remember the first half of Dunkirk. It didn't feel like a Nolan movie. It just felt slow, and it was really drawn out, and it was really like, I remember the music being really intense at times, and it didn't feel like it fit the moment, and I was like getting stressed out because I'm like, what's going on? This doesn't feel right. And then it just like kept dragging. You're like, okay, let's get to the point. Let's get to the point.
Dunkirk's not high on my list either.
Okay,
it's not
good.
high on my list either. And you bring up a good point. I don't think the music fits. It sounds half-assed, actually.
It does. Yeah.
But that's me being harsh. And
Okay.
and on this, all of these movies, I like them. You know what I mean? All of these movies,
Yes.
I actually really like them. But just so that we can have this list of 1 to 10,
It's true.
I'll be harsh. In Dunkirk, the score is half-assed. I don't think the movie's slow. And I'll talk about Dunkirk when I put it up there.
Yeah.
Tenet is number 10 because it is like genuinely... I've tried to rewatch it so many times. And each time I'm still like... I don't get it. You know, I can't get behind the wild premise.
Yes.
I love Christopher Nolan, and I really wanted this movie to blow my mind, but
in a good way.
But it just doesn't. So like some scenes are cool, like the trucks and the plane and the cars, but something about that time with Christopher Nolan was that he was like turning up the volume of the music and the background noise and turning down the dialogue.
Yeah.
So in the theater,
You're right.
I could not understand what they're saying. I even pulled up an example.
You're right.
I pulled up an example. This is atrocious. So here I had no idea what they were saying.
Okay.
And here the lady, Kate or whatever, is supposed to be, this is when you meet her. So you should be able to hear what she has to say clearly.
Right.
So right now she's hiring the protagonist to steal artwork. And see, here's the problem. I still don't understand why that artwork was important. It is somehow like a tie between it's like the way she's related to the giant conspiracy to start World War III.
Yeah.
But here's the music.
That's my life now.
Did you know the drawing was a fake?
No, Thomas and I became close. Maybe too close. I failed. Andre can't conceive of failure in a betrayal. It didn't betray me.
It's like the music should not.
True. I have no idea what you said.
The music should not be that loud if you're going to mumble the
Oh,
emotional
man.
reason why you want to
Yeah,
get back
yeah.
at this guy.
Conceive of failure in a chance.
Maybe let her rep go walk.
So then if you miss this, then you don't understand
You're not tracking.
why this random guy wants to start World War III.
Yeah.
You don't understand why she doesn't like him.
That's fair.
Other than like, yeah, the first time I watched the movie, I was like, she seems pissed that he spends too much time starting world wars instead of spending more time with her.
That's a good reason. Those are good points, you know?
I don't know.
That's interesting because in my mind, Nolan movies are great for rewatching and catching all the things that you missed.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Exactly.
in Inception, as soon as I finished it, watching it the first time, I went back and watched it again because I was like, oh, I get it. As opposed to Tenet, where you're like, I need to rewatch it because I have no idea what just happened.
Yeah, exactly. Now,
What
now
did
I
I
need
just
to go home and
experience?
watch it with the subtitles on. So like,
I confess I didn't put it very high on my list. I put it at a solid 8.
you put Tenet at 8.
I put Tenet at 8.
I put Dunkirk at 8.
Okay, so we're there.
We might be vibing after all.
Yeah, we might be there.
So what did you put as 9?
J. Robert Oppenheimer.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Wow. I thought
okay.
you were gonna love that movie way more than number 9.
It was the same thing. Really hard to hear what was going on, especially when you watched it in theater. Mm-hmm. And for all the hype, it was just a little underwhelming.
Agreed.
I was
Agreed.
like really going into it like this is going to be really good. And I mean, again,
Oppenheimer
it's
is
hard to
for
put
sure
a rating
overrated.
on it because in the grand scheme of like movies, it was really well done and I enjoyed it a lot. Like you were saying, I think Dunkirk is the only movie on this list that I actually just didn't enjoy. But the other 9, I actually was like, these are really good movies. But if I had to put it on a list of 1 to 10 for Nolan, it's at the bottom.
Okay.
Just because it's one of those movies, again, it's kind of hard to follow. It's hard to hear what's going on. And when you really like boil it down, it's not a super compelling story. Like the driving elements of why he's doing what he's doing aren't super compelling. And the cutting back and forth between the different time periods was a little bit hard to follow. I don't know. And then there was like the nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, it looks like a gas explosion. Like it doesn't look very good. I'm sorry.
No, I think I agree with your critiques for the most part. But I put for number 9, The Dark Knight Rises.
Okay, it's not much higher on my list.
So Dark Knight Rises is like, I heard somebody say it, and now that they said it, I can't unsee it. But Christian Bale looks like he doesn't want to be in that movie. Like it's like he is acting. It's just like number 1. It's like, what did you do with Batman? Who are you, and what did you do with Batman? And what did you do with Bruce Wayne? It's just like someone got swapped with a different personality. It's like a Target employee with burnout. It's like,
Okay,
sure,
I
I'll
can get
help
on
you.
board with that.
Sure, I'll help you.
And not to mention, so I put it at 7. I put it 1 over Tenet.
You put it at 7.
Not much better. It is a goofy movie, like not in a cartoonish way. Like I can get on board with Batman having all his gadgets and everything, but it's like we're gonna send every cop in New York City into the sewers to chase one guy. I don't know. It's just that's hard to get on board with, even in a cartoonish
That's the
way.
thing. It's like other superhero movies, and not even just Christopher Nolan's Batman movies. Other superhero movies have done a better job of threading that needle of we want it to be comic booky,
Yeah.
but also somewhat believable since
Yeah.
we're doing like live action. So with the Dark Knight Rises, it was like there are a lot of parts where you're sitting there and you think that's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
And you don't get that with, I don't think you get that with Oppenheimer or with
true.
Tenet even.
That's true.
I didn't sit in Tenet and I'm like, that was a bad decision.
Not even bad decision.
Not even bad decision. You're just sitting there and you're like, that's just stupid. Batman like sleeping with the lady.
Yeah.
That's just stupid.
What's going on? What's going on?
Bruh. A lot of parts of that were stupid. I think the side quest of the giant underground prison.
Oh. Where he's like doing push-ups to heal a broken back.
Correct. I thought that was dumb. And it was like
works for me every time.
that belonged. How would I have fixed The Dark Knight Rises? Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
What I would have done is that the entire prison break scene should have been an unexplored chapter of Batman Begins. So think about it this way: Batman Begins. He's training with the ninjas.
Okay.
And Qui-Gon Jinn is actually a bad guy.
Well,
spoiler alert.
Shoot.
So what if like it wasn't Bane who threw him into this prison, so that Bane could have like the freedom to engineer a revolution in Gotham? What if instead Bruce Wayne rebelled against the what are they called again? The Order of the Ninjas or whatever.
Yeah.
His ninja club. Yeah. There's that scene in Batman Begins where he refuses to kill a guy, and so the conflict ensues. What if he actually doesn't break free from that and gets thrown into the prison and meets Bane there as a child?
Okay.
And it becomes the backstory.
Okay.
Wouldn't that have been a much better film? It's like, oh yeah, I broke out of the underground prison, and somebody I met there now wants payback, and also wants to upstage me.
Wasn't it her, Miranda or whatever?
She was the one in the prison.
She the one
Well, whoever ends up being from that prison, all I'm saying is make it part of the backstory.
That would have been interesting.
Put it at the beginning of the movie.
I could get on board with that.
And don't make it a side quest for Batman.
Yeah. Yeah. Although,
it just doesn't work that Batman just seems so defeated and disinterested in helping because that stops being comic booky.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he had this sense of duty and responsibility, and I don't think it's enough to be like...
He's disgruntled.
I don't think it's enough to be like the death of Rachel. Now, if I can't save Rachel, I can't save anybody. It's like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Dark Knight Rises rises a few levels on my list. Okay, here's my case.
Wait, where is it? Is it much higher?
Mine's a 7.
Oh,
you said yours is 9? It's 9 for you?
So Dark Knight Rises is 7 for you.
Yes.
Oppenheimer is 7 for me.
We're doing something. I don't know what it is, but something's going on here. I think it goes to 7 because how about that opening? That's pretty good.
But all these movies have nice scenes. All these movies have iconic scenes.
That's fair. But what about you merely adopted the dark? I was born in it.
Okay, look, to that I'll say
that's a good scene.
No, all the Christopher Nolan movies have like that one monologue that is super quotable and iconic, and it just showcases the great acting. But I think you'll have a harder time explaining to me how The Dark Knight Rises is that much better than Oppenheimer.
Okay. They're really the same movie when you get down to it.
Maybe.
No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe.
Okay.
I put Oppenheimer as a 7 because I agree with a lot of the things you were saying. I think the movie's too long.
Super long.
I think the movie's too long for for what it is. And I'm not. I guess I wasn't sitting there hoping for action scenes.
Yeah.
But I think I was. I think his obsession with not telling a story linearly got in the way of him telling a good biography film.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think when I go to see a biopic, I want to see the A to B. And I go there expecting not to be like
Yeah, no, it's true.
mind screwed.
It's true.
With time as a motif. I expect to like almost like, I want to learn. I want to learn about this guy and I want to learn what happened historically. And if you present all the pieces to me out of order, because it's good storytelling.
To emphasize the drama between
like
a former colleague of his.
I'm not saying don't do it. I think it was overdone.
It was really built up throughout. And the payoff was small.
It was very small payoff.
It was like, in the end, he got him back. And I'm like, wait. What is even going on here?
Yeah.
I think just from a story perspective too, I mean, say what you will about Oppenheimer, but in the movie, he's kind of like moping and like, I got to create this bomb that's going to kill the whole world. Mm-hmm. But then is also kind of like reveling in it. And maybe that was the point that he was trying to get across, was kind of this guy had almost like two different. He was kind of split about his work on the Manhattan Project. But it was like, at times he was just kind of like, whining about how this is just gonna destroy the whole world. But then also kind of like, but I'm the guy who's doing it. And it's like, well, I don't know, man. Just kind of like pick a lane. Like, are you proud of your work? Or are you like, you're distraught by this and maybe you should actually take a stand against it or something?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I didn't really like him as a character, or I don't know. I read the book that it was based off of, and it's like,
oh yeah,
I don't know. He was an interesting guy, but not like.
How would you have fixed Oppenheimer?
Shorter for sure.
Shorter.
I think maybe I would have gotten a little bit more focused on just this journey that they went on trying to create this thing. And maybe it would have kind of, the tension that you could have pulled was more on the side of, should we even be making this thing? Like, here's the pros and cons, and like kind of the back and forth on that maybe a little bit. And maybe kind of not get into the whole shoemaker's son, the lowly shoemaker's son or whatever. I would have maybe steered away from that, and like, I don't know, the security clearance hearings and stuff. I know it was like, they were trying to just kind of rake him over the coals, but it just didn't feel like it was that big a deal at the end of the day. Like it ended his work, obviously, and it wasn't like he's going to go to jail for the rest of his life or something if he failed this trial. Yeah. And it was the whole thing was like the crux of all of the tension in the movie, rather than it being about something that seems more important of whether we should have atomic weapons in the world. Like, I don't know.
Let's compare.
I really don't know how I would have fixed it.
the way Oppenheimer would have been better is to either make it about his whole life and keep it that long, because then then it's a faster pace and you can tolerate the 3-hour runtime. Yeah. And keep the themes, but spend a night like an equal amount of time in his like childhood, college years, Manhattan Project, aftermath, and you figure out how to do that well, or do the genius of the movie Lincoln, make it just about
one really narrow slice.
Yeah, Lincoln was also like a Senate meeting versus the Civil War and the politics around that Senate meeting, but also trying to win this Civil War. So it's like, if they had like skipped the college stuff and skip the stuff afterwards, like if it was just a movie about and you can keep that stuff with the with the Senate hearings.
Sure.
But if
okay.
you just made it about the Manhattan Project, his time there, then you've got a movie. And then you keep it there, and you just sprinkle in things where they belong.
Did it need all of that? I mean, I guess not. It really didn't. It kind of developed his character a little bit, but you could have maybe done a little bit. You could have done something else to kind of show those same things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It definitely felt like the payoff was too small for how much it built throughout the movie.
But yeah, and I guess what I was saying earlier, I don't want to spend too much time talking about one movie, but what I was saying earlier is that it's also a biopic. It needs to feel... Dunkirk did a better job of this.
It did.
Switching between different perspectives of the same event, but also, again, same event.
Right.
It didn't seem like that messy or hard to follow.
Yeah.
So, Oppenheimer, do the Senate hearing as one scene at the beginning, and you don't necessarily understand everything they're talking about, but then you get to watch his college years in the Manhattan Project, and then you get to judge for yourself.
Yeah. Okay. I could get on board with that.
Instead of like sprinkling it in. What did you put for number 6?
It is funny that at least so far our top 4 bottom ones are the same.
Yes.
And I'm noticing his 2 non-fiction stories are down here. Okay, for me, number 6, Memento.
We got it.
Yeah. We're synced up.
I saw it for the first time yesterday.
Okay.
And
You're a little fresher than me.
It was. I think it was better than what I was expecting.
Oh, okay. You were
better.
expecting it to be worse.
It was just like, it's an earlier Nolan film, and it's very like, the premise is out there. I think I walked into
very
it
out there.
I walked into it being like, I'm gonna be just as confused as with Tenet, so I'm probably not gonna like this movie. But I think he nailed it.
It does a much better job with the time, even though it's not linear. It's working its way in a logical way forward, which makes a lot more sense than Tenet going back and forth and like trying to understand how that all works.
And I think the brain can only handle so much subversion.
Yeah.
Or novelty is the word, maybe. So like I think there's a threshold, and I think too many movies don't meet you at the threshold, so they seem dumb and underwhelming. So that's like, whenever you hear people saying like, "Oh, he respected the audience's intelligence," I think it's just what they mean is like, there's just not enough novelty in it for it to be interesting. Tenet has a outlandish premise. It has like some science you need to learn, and they're going to tell. It's like,
oh man,
like we're also going to tell the story forwards and backwards at the same time. Can't.
Yeah.
I don't think you can pull that off.
Yeah. No, you're right.
In Memento, the premise is a guy wants to find out who killed his wife. So there's not so much like mental gymnastics you have to do for like the why behind the emotions of things, the why behind things, the world itself. You don't have to like, okay, what is his job? What does he do? How is she related? So you understand what's going on. They start with him killing Teddy.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, he kills Teddy. Now it's really fun to see the story unfold the way someone would with his condition.
Exactly.
Where you're just like, it's just scene by scene.
Yeah.
And I thought he nailed it.
I think that's really interesting because you know what's happened. You just watched what just happened. And then you jump back and you have to discover what led to the moment that you already know about. Which is great. Yeah. That's a great idea.
So when you remember how the movie ends, right?
Okay, how the movie ends. Oh no, I don't remember how the movie ends now. I remember how the story ends. How does the movie end?
So the movie ends, spoiler alert, the movie
Yeah.
ends with, the movie began with Teddy being killed, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The movie ends with Teddy telling,
Oh.
crud, I forgot his name. Leonard, whatever. Don't call him Lenny. His wife called him Lenny. He didn't like that.
Shoot.
He's telling him is you basically, the reveal is that this cop is a dirty cop who has weaponized a guy with amnesia to kill a bunch of people. That is basically the big reveal.
Uh-huh.
And so Teddy most likely did not murder his wife, but was the cop. The problem is that Teddy lies to him so much throughout the whole movie. You don't know if this, when he's telling him all this, you don't know if it's real or not.
Yeah.
But I think what you're supposed to be left to believe is that this dirty cop believed him that there was another killer in the murder of his wife. And so he's just been this like buddy, someone who comes along Leonard and is just like using him to kill people.
Yeah, yeah.
And so he used him to kill mostly like heads of this like drug cartel. And so, and then a lady does it too. She uses his amnesia disability to rough up her boyfriend or whatever.
Yeah. It's really some of the mechanics of the movie I really like, where isn't it like if a noise distracts him from his task, everything up until that point goes away. Like someone shuts a door or something and it like triggers it resets or whatever.
It is kind of like that.
And so she I remember the one scene that really stood out was she was like telling him like, you're not going to remember this in a minute, so I can do whatever I want. But then he's like, which is terrifying as the audience. You're like, oh my gosh, you're right. But then you kind of start to realize how he's using his environment to solve the crimes, and he's like getting it tattooed, or like he's got the facts on his arm, and he's like, this is what I know to be 100% true, even though I don't remember any of this. Like those mechanics, I think work really well. And I don't know. I would maybe rate this one a little higher. It's pretty tragic for me
because towards the beginning, the problem is that Nolan's made other things that are actually visually spectacular. They're only higher on the list because they're bigger in scope.
Yeah, that's true.
But the execution of Memento is there.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah, I think so.
What'd you do for 5?
Okay. Number 5 came out in 2005. Batman Begins. Oh man, we're just on track right now.
We're on track.
But now that we've gone down the Memento route, I might have put it higher if I thought about it a little bit more.
Okay, you want to change it?
No, it's set. We're locked in. This is the law now.
Okay.
Batman Begins. It's a great movie. This is where it gets hard because it's like, man, I love all of these going up a lot, and this one's really good. It's such a good superhero origin film,
right?
And it does it so well. It hits all the beats, and okay. So saying that, why isn't it higher on my list?
Is it just because the other movies you like them more?
It might be. It might just be crowded out.
Why
is it 5 on your list?
It's same reason. I think the Batman Begins is like so enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
The first time you watch it, you're left thinking like, the idea of Batman is not that implausible.
Right.
And that's pretty great. the cast is also super fun
It's so hard to
with
beat.
Morgan Freeman and Michael Caine having larger roles than in the other movies. I think Christian Bale as Batman is perfect.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's just a lot of fun. And the thing is that, like, it's just, like you say, it is crowded by how great the other ones are.
Yeah. Okay, then let's move on up the list. What do you have for 4?
For number 4, I have The Prestige.
Same.
Same?
Here we go. Look at we got a high five every time.
So here's the thing. If you were to ask me, hey, I've never seen a Christopher Nolan film before. Which one should I see first? The Prestige is the one I'd have you watch first.
Yeah,
Right?
I think so.
Like
Yeah, that's true. Because you wouldn't start with Batman Begins or like one of those, right? Because that's
Batman
a whole trilogy.
Begins. Batman Begins might have like, I don't know. These top 4
Yeah,
are the
that's
ones where I
true.
would say is like, they are flawless. They are
They're
flawless.
so good.
There are very few movies better than these top 4. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I do feel like I can list lots of superhero movies not made by Chris Nolan that are better than Batman Begins,
Yeah.
that I like more than Batman Begins. But there are a few movies that I think are better than The Prestige.
Yeah. Yeah. We rewatched it recently, and when you watch it the first time, you're like, "What's going on? This is kind of interesting."
So spoiler alert, did you think it was twins the first time you watched it?
No, I don't think I did.
Me neither. I watched it with my folks.
I didn't think that there would actually be magic either, like real magic.
Oh,
science.
yeah.
I wasn't expecting that either.
Yeah.
No, I didn't suspect twins. I don't know.
Well,
I don't remember what I thought about that.
It's because they are watching. They're watching a magician or whatever, and I think someone casually suggests,
Yeah.
Oh, twins? No.
Yeah. Well, he gives you
It can't
he
be
gives
that.
you the whole movie in the first 30 seconds when he's doing the magic trick, and he's like, "You killed his brother." The
There's
kid
just
is
two
like saying-
birds.
and he's like, I don't remember what he says to the kid, but the
Yeah.
kid like calls him out on it, like he knows the trick,
Yeah.
and he gives you the whole thing right there, and you're like, wait a second. When
No,
you
yeah.
watch it all the way through, that's another one of those where you're like, I got to go watch it again because now I actually get it.
Yeah, I might not think The Prestige is the best Chris Nolan film. It is the best in rewatchability. I think it is.
Is it? Okay.
I think it is. Because you can watch it over and over and over, and you still
And you
haven't
see
seen
new-
all
new
the
things.
clues that it was twins the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here's another thing I'll say about The Prestige. I think something not talked about enough is that Christopher Nolan will take actors who are kind of meh, but on his movies, they give their
Yeah,
best
that's true.
performances.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
That is true. It's a
Anne
great
Hathaway.
lineup.
Anne Hathaway is a great actress. Great
Uh-huh.
actress. But if you look at the effort she puts into Devil Wears Prada
Okay.
versus the effort she puts into Interstellar, it's like two different ball games.
Okay.
Like the I don't know if it's because he knows these actors' strengths so acutely, or the direction he gives
Yeah.
on set is just
Yeah.
that on perfect. But for The Prestige,
Yeah.
I think Hugh Jackman is overrated
Oh man.
on a lot of different levels. But every time I watch The Prestige, I am so impressed with his acting. He's like, he could have been this great in everything
Oh,
else he
man.
does. This is one of my
All right.
favorite scenes in all cinema.
Every magic trick consists of 3 parts, or acts. First part is called the pledge.
You like
Yeah.
in no other movie can it just be Hugh Jackman's face,
Yeah.
and I'm
yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's like, he tends to overact, oversing, overdance. It's too much, too much. But here it's perfect. You're like,
Yeah.
these guys are crazy.
Yeah.
The lengths they go to, and I was along for the whole ride, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And eventually you get to the end, and you're like, you're doing all of this because you are addicted to people's like wonder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
It's so good.
Chef's kiss.
I think I agree with you that it is a good on-ramp to the craziness of Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, and like it's got everything you appreciate about Christopher Nolan is in there in just the right amounts. So, if it switches between like when it switches scenes and characters, you're not like confused.
Right.
But it is fast paced.
Right.
I feel like it might be one of his more fast paced movies.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on, and it's about misdirection. You feel it is the
Yeah.
part of the magic trick of the movie. The foreshadowing in there, perfect. You got him
it's so
talking,
great.
and he does a lot of foreshadowing in his movies. But even though it wasn't like he's not flipping a semi truck in it,
Right.
it really was amazing to sit there and be like, oh my gosh, it was twins.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was right there in front of me.
It was there the whole time.
And
He
I
literally
remember
told you at the
thinking,
beginning.
why did I buy the makeup on the twin? You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's like that. I should have known.
But he fooled you.
I was
as the
fooled.
audience.
I know.
And that's why Christopher Nolan likes to blow your mind, because he likes the wonder on your face.
Exactly.
Number 3.
Interstellar.
Ooh, okay. I put that higher.
You put that higher?
I
Okay.
did put that higher.
Okay.
Tell me about Interstellar.
Interstellar is just where to start, right? We're talking the top 3 Christopher Nolan movies. For both of us, right? Interstellar's on there.
Yes.
And I feel like Interstellar might be one of those Christopher Nolan movies that's like mayonnaise. You love it a lot, or you hate it a lot.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think there are a lot. Let me just play this for you. This is the scene where they consider going to Edward's planet
Yes.
or man's planet.
Yes.
Evolution, but when you're orbiting a man's,
Because of the black hole.
first building block of evolution, but when you're orbiting a black hole.
And yet here he is. He's on the ground, and he's sending a very
And then Matthew McConaughey's calling her out. It's like, you only want to go to Edward's because you were in love with him.
ambiguous message telling us to come to his planet.
Granted, but Edmund's data is more promising.
We should vote.
Well, if we're going to vote, there's something you should know. Brand, he has a right to know.
That has nothing to do with it.
What does? She's in love with Wolf Edmonds.
Is that true?
It's one of Matthew McConaughey's best movies, by the
Oh,
way. His
yeah.
acting is so good in this.
Yeah.
And that makes
But
me
he's also great in everything else he makes.
But maybe we've spent too long trying to figure all this out with theory.
You're a scientist, Brand.
So listen to me. When I say that love isn't something we invented, it's observable and powerful. It has to mean something.
Love has meaning, yes. Social utility, social bonding, child
We
rearing.
love people who have died. Where's the social utility in that?
None.
Maybe it means something more, something we can't yet understand. Maybe it's some evidence, some artifact of a higher dimension that we can't consciously perceive. I'm drawn across the universe to someone I haven't seen in a decade, who I know is probably dead. Love is the one thing we're capable of perceiving that transcends dimensions of time and space. Maybe we should trust that, even if we can't understand it yet. All right, Cooper. Yes. The tiniest possibility of seeing Wolf again excites me. That doesn't mean I'm wrong.
Honestly, Amelia, it might. Tars, chart a course for Dr. Mand.
Oh man, where do you even start with that?
I mean, so where I'm going with this is that some people think
But sadly, I am back.
some people think it is the corniest thing ever to have a sci-fi film and then be like, what's the answer? Love. It's like, no. Were you not listening to what she was saying?
Yeah.
I buy into it. First of all, that performance,
Oh,
I believe her.
Yeah.
Not only that she likes Dr. Edwards or wants to see him. I feel like I'm looking at a genuine space nerd astronomer. You know what I'm saying? And scientist. It's like there's some movies where I'm looking at them and I'm like, this is Denzel Washington. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking at I'm not in the story, but that draws you in and you start feeling bad for her. Mm-hmm. And so, but when we just dropped into that scene in the movie, they just escaped a near-death experience. And it's like, it's a life or death decision.
Yeah. And that scene is good too, because it's like,
Where
she was, I don't think she's right in her ideas of love, and yet she is right that what they should have been doing based on that information. And because of that, like, everything else that unfolds in the rest of the movie happens the way it does, because he made the logical decision over
the emotional
decision, and he missed all of this time, and they lost all this fuel, and like everything else that unfolds, all the decisions they had to make could have been avoided if he had listened to her. But yet, I kind of don't think she's right.
Yeah, I mean, you can't choose to go to Dr. Edwards' planet just because love might transcend time.
Yeah.
But the data is better, and he's the a-hole for, like, thinking that just because she happens to like him a lot, it means that the data is meaningless.
Yeah. Okay, here's what I'll say. I put Interstellar as number 1 on my list.
Okay.
I like it that much. I think it's so good. I think the premise, it's a good premise. Okay, a space cowboy.
Okay.
How do you beat that?
I mean, Matthew McConaughey
He's one of the main reasons that I think I love this movie so much is his performance here.
He is the best.
And he is kind of
carries
Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar. Like, he's not actually that different from a lot of his other roles. But it also, I think that has like its own charm, because it is kind of unique.
Yes.
Like, he's not the nerdy astronaut guy that you would expect. He's kind of a cowboy, and he does a lot of cowboy stuff in space. So I love that premise. But then even just the overall story and the way it unfolds, and I don't know, I've rewatched it several times.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily that it's like, oh, wow, now that I get it, I need to go rewatch it. Because I honestly think the ending is a little funny, where it's like, okay, he did what? Okay, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Right.
But I think it's more like the character of it, where it's like this super, should be a really boring environment, but it's filled to life with all of these different characters and all of their different different flaws, and I don't know. The other thing is the soundtrack is just so hard to beat.
It does have.
Dude, oh my
There's a
gosh.
case to be made. It has the
Oh
best
my
music
gosh.
of all the Chris Nolan movies. Maybe.
It's hard to beat. It does push it up there for me though. And I think it is, I'm personally biased because I like space movies. So that's why I would put it at number 1.
Okay.
Where I put my number 3 is Inception.
Okay.
And it honestly, my number 3 and my number 2, which obviously number 2 is going to be Dark Knight.
Okay.
They could be interchangeable. It's going to be hard to say which one would be number 1.
Okay.
Inception is so freaking good. It's the same thing. It hits all the beats. It's really logical. Like, it's really easy to understand how the time dilation works as you get further and further into the different layers.
Yeah.
The music, it's perfect in every way. Just right there, right when you need it. And it just fills the emotions. But it's mind-bending, but it's understandable. And I think that's what I like about these versus like some of the other ones. Like Tenet, again, it's mind-bending, but I can't understand. It's so mind-bending, I don't understand what's going on. Inception, you can follow beat for beat.
It doesn't
It's got
frustrate
personal
you.
stakes. It's like, I don't know. I would put it higher, but man, it's hard to pick between those two. I don't know.
For me, number 3 is Interstellar. Number 2 is Dark Knight, and number 1 is Inception.
Yeah, it's a good lineup. That's hard to beat. That's really hard to beat.
Like, why is The Dark Knight better than Interstellar?
Okay,
Heath Ledger.
it's got to be.
That
has to be.
Interstellar
the main
is a
reason.
great movie. Interstellar is a great movie, but in terms of like, and you know, this is personally,
Yeah.
I had to ask myself if I had to get rid of all movies and keep only one. That's why I kept Inception over The Dark Knight.
Okay.
Because of all the Chris Nolan movies,
Okay.
if I were to keep one and discard all of them, never to be able to see them again, I'd have to keep Inception. Because
Yeah. Okay.
The Dark Knight, better than Interstellar, because it is a flawless superhero movie, and it is bigger in scope. Interstellar, Interstellar, a lot of the shots in space are like models,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for not using CGI. But in The Dark Knight, you're flipping the truck,
Yeah.
you're
it's true.
ziplining between buildings.
Yeah.
You have the Joker and in Heath Ledger. You also have something that is not in Interstellar. Okay, so Interstellar looks real deep at, the science of it all versus the emotion of it all. It's basically Finding Nemo, but in space. The Dark Knight actually has ever so slightly more sophisticated, like social and philosophical commentary.
Okay.
It's if I were to tell you, I was like, hey, Warner Brothers, I'm going to do a movie about Superman, and 90% of the dialogue is going to be, like the main conflict is just going to be this, like, I want to be right about the way the world works.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
okay. But what about just delivering a good superhero movie with a lot of...
Yeah.
It's like, no, what we're going to do is... I'm looking for...
Pull a clip number 5.
I'm looking at... Jamie. I'm looking
Stars kept
for...
the endurance.
I think I accidentally...
Oh
wrote
man.
Hospital
Interstellar. Okay, hold on. While you're looking that up, let me just talk
Hospital
about Interstellar for one more second.
Okay.
When the whole sequence from when they decide to go down to is it Mans? Am I remember that? The one with the gravity, then the time dilation.
What, the big
The one
wave?
that they
The big water
big
one?
wave, the water world.
Oh, Yeah, I don't remember the name
Oh.
of that planet, but they go there. It's just water and nobody else.
From that point, that whole sequence where you're starting to realize, oh, the time is different. And like, if we go here, we're going to miss out on a whole lot. They go there, they do that mission and realize they were, like hours late? Like not even that on that planet's timeline. Like
does
not
make your
even
stomach
that far.
turn.
And you're like, oh my gosh. And they get back, okay. And then all of that following where they go in and, oh man, Brand, he's old now. And they're like,
Yes.
oh my gosh, like how much time did we actually spend? He pulls up the messages from his kids.
Oh, yeah.
That whole scene, oh my gosh.
Does it make you
kills
cry?
me. Yeah, it kills me every time. And he's like watching them and they're getting older. And he's seeing the one like his son going through these struggles and like getting married and like growing up, and he's not even able to be a part of it. And then he's just seeing his daughter get like more and more bitter. And it's like, and he's just like bawling. Like the performance is unreal.
Yeah.
And just the fact that he doesn't like get crazy with it.
No.
He doesn't do all these flashbacks. It's just like this slow, he's just slowly pushing in on Matthew McConaughey's face as he's like realizing
it.
everything he's missed. Ah, dude, come on. Okay. Oh.
Your plan.
There's a lot of
Oh, my
scenes in The
gosh.
Dark Knight where you have to like, hey, oh, this is the one that best shows. It's hard to do. I just think this scene where the Joker visits Harvey, half his face is blown off. This is both of the peaks of their careers.
Yeah.
So that's why I
Yeah.
like zeroing in on this one. It is hard. The actor who plays Harvey Dent. This is also his peak.
Yeah.
So it's awesome to watch them peak at the same time.
Rachel, we're being when you and
My gosh, so good.
Rachel were being abducted. I was sitting in Gordon's cage. Now, I didn't rig those charges.
Your man. Your plan.
Do I really look like a guy with a plan? You know what I am? I'm a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know what to do with one if I caught it. You know, I just do things. The mob has plans.
Pause.
The cops have.
Pause.
Oh.
So the Joker is saying, I'm like a dog chasing cars. I just do things.
Yeah.
His philosophy is, and he goes on to explain, people think they can control morality. So you've got the cops, so you got laws. You think you can legislate morality like this. I am living proof that it can just be upended by a few mischievous deeds. And is like, compare the things I do to the horrible things that happen all the time.
Yeah.
If a truck full of soldiers blows up,
Yeah.
but if I say I'm going to kill the mayor,
Everybody loses their minds.
so it's like I just do things, and then contrast that with Harvey Dent. He is supposed to be part of the system,
Yeah.
but the one thing is that he hates, and this is revealed later, he can't live with himself having to make the choices.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he doesn't, his reason for doing things, he can't sit with himself, which is why he flips the coin and lets it decide.
Yeah.
So
Plans. Gordon's got plans.
these two philosophies coming head to head
Schemers.
should not
Schemers
belong
trying to control
in a
their
superhero
little
movie.
world.
Yeah.
I'm not a schemer. I try to show the schemers how pathetic their attempts to control things really are. So, when I say, come here, when I say that you and your girlfriend was nothing personal, you'll know that I'm telling the truth. And look where that got you.
You're so terrified. He's
Yeah.
so terrified.
Yeah.
When I turned it on itself, look what I did to this city with a few drums of gas and a couple of bullets. Because it's all part of the plan. But when I say that one little old mare will die, well, then everyone loses their minds. Introduce a little anarchy. Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos. I'm an agent of chaos. Oh, and you know the thing about chaos? It's fair.
He just found the common ground. You want fairness, and I want fairness.
Yeah.
You think fairness looks like you bringing these bad guys to justice for their misdeeds. And you think you're helping the city out by doing that. And his argument is that you're just accidentally making the corruption in the city worse.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's like, if you think about it, if you want fairness, then join my team, where you just if nothing has morality to it. It's just such a great actual like exploration of really sophisticated philosophy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's not an Interstellar, so I ranked it higher.
Ooh. Okay. I don't know what I can add to that, honestly.
Now, why is Inception
That
better
was
than
my
The Dark
next
Knight?
question.
Why is like
Seems like
I
you
just
have
laid out a
pretty high
case.
regard.
I know. I love The Dark Knight. We're not even going into how fun it is to watch the action scenes in The Dark Knight. Why? Because the action scenes in Inception are better than The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
It just is. It is. This should not work, and it worked. Inception is like he pulled off a miracle. What he couldn't do with Tenet, what he couldn't do with Memento, what he couldn't do with like all the ways the other movies fall short, he pulled it off in Inception. The heavy amounts of foreshadowing he puts in the dialogue, perfect in Inception. The dream within a dream, so you have like the time bending aspects. Things are like slower, faster. The action scenes where like it's happening in slow motion here, it's happening in real time here.
Right.
But then you have the famous hallway scene where they put a whole hallway
on
a rotator so that gravity can flip.
Yeah. So you slow down time in the main layer. Gravity is changing. That's so good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. They're showing him in the truck asleep.
How do you... My mind was so blown away by this.
Yeah.
I was like... Because in my head, I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
How is gravity changing before my eyes?
Yeah.
And in my head, I could not imagine an entire set with a long-ass hallway.
Huge set.
Put on a revolving contraption. I had no space in my brain to think that was possible. So when you watch it happen, like now they're on the ceiling, now they're on the wall.
Yeah. He's holding the last bullet.
Did you see that?
Oh, is this cut ahead?
It cut ahead.
Oh, it's the whole hallway scene. I see. Okay. So now it's them fighting in zero gravity in the hallway.
No, then there's the whole snow thing.
There's a lot that the execution of these scenes is a master at work. Like, that's a master artist doing his best work. And even the subtle, like, it wasn't all practical. Like, I think they were even rigged up at some point. Later on, when in the 0G times, they had wires and they painted them out. Like, there was some visual effects still going on. Like, they added CG things floating around or whatever, because you can't. But it's so well executed that it's you don't break suspension of belief, or you don't think of it a second time. It's just, you're all in. And knowing Nolan, I'm sure that all of the timestamps lined up. Like, how many times the van rolled over matched perfectly how many times the room rolled over. Like, that kind of attention to detail is why he's so great at what he does.
I think another reason I put in Inception above The Dark Knight is that, like, Inception might not include these, like, long monologues about philosophy that I really appreciate. But the emotional arc of the emotional backbone is, I think, more compelling and just, like, is more moving. And not saying it's more believable. The Dark Knight's fine. Where it's just like, I have to choose between saving Harvey Dent or saving Rachel. It's like, that's the worst.
Yeah.
But with Inception, like, this is a guy whose wife has died. Already. Some tears start coming.
Yeah.
And then, like, there's, like, aspects of it where you are also the same kind of, like, pity you have for addicts. People who are, like, using the dream state to escape. Or the way that the late wife shows up in the dreams, it's just like, there's so much of the story is hinging on, like, yes, we have to pull off this heist, but also he cannot get away from the unfinished business of his wife.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just, it's so deep. It's so deep. And then the ending that leaves you like, is he dreaming or is he not? Is also super crazy.
It's so Nolan. He loves that kind of stuff. And I think it's partly why this movie had so much hype, like so many people talking about it constantly, because that's what he does best. I think I rated Inception a little lower was because he really is, maybe this doesn't totally hold up, but it's like he is going for spectacle over continuity in his story, even though he is such a good storyteller and has such attention to detail. Like, I guess a question would be, why, when they're flipping over in the van, would that not have
woke them up?
Been the kick that wakes them up?
Sure,
Maybe because there wasn't music. Maybe there's some reason, but I don't know. There's little things like that. You're like, okay. I watched it again all the way through it, and it still is amazing. But you then start to catch things. You're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's the top three are just going to be so hard to pick which one, and it's going to be more probably of personal preference. I like space movies, so I'm going to put it higher. But I don't know.
Fair,
At this level, I think, again, because of Heath Ledger, like you said, I would put Dark Knight just barely above Inception, even though Inception's just so freaking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
these
a
top
masterpiece.
three, like these Inception, Dark Knight, Interstellar, I'm just going to do that thing where you make up statistics.
Yeah.
But I really feel like the majority of people, the vast majority, have one of those three as their top three all-time movies.
Yeah.
I feel like most people have either Inception or Dark Knight in their, like, when it comes to the GOAT.
Yeah,
the GOAT!
For sure. Well, we're pretty aligned here on at least on our top five, bottom five.
Yeah, that's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty interesting. You were right earlier when you were like, there's definitely, it's not like a SABDC. It's like,
there's a pretty clear split.
There's an A tier and an F tier.
Yeah, unfortunately.
There's definitely the ones I really want to see again, and then there's the ones I kind of don't want to see again.
Like Dunkirk. Well, there's the definitive top 10 list. At least for us.
But yeah, I guess we'll see where the Odyssey fits.
You know,
Where
let's
do you
talk
think-
about the Odyssey real quick.
I think the Odyssey is going to end up being 4th or 5th.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
thinking.
think the Odyssey will be better than Batman Begins.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's going to be better than The Prestige.
That would be hard.
I know.
That would be a stretch. I think it will be epic, and I think part of what he's trying to do with doing things the hard way by filming it all on IMAX, like I think that is gonna pay off probably in a good way, and it's gonna be epic. I don't know. I'm hoping it doesn't go the way of Dunkirk. Okay, hear me out. Dunkirk, man, could have been so much more epic.
I guess, yeah.
It could have been because he underdid the whole thing. Like too few soldiers on the beach, too few ships, too few airplanes, and he was like really going for this practical thing. Whereas like let's do as many in camera shots as we can, and just a lot of goofs, and it was just kind of undermade because maybe he was trying to do something a little bit too practically. I hope it doesn't go that way, where it's like you have this really epic story that you can tell, and you have all these really epic scenes, but maybe it's a little undercooked.
Oh,
I don't know. That's kind
I
of
see
where
what you
I'm
mean, yeah.
worried. Like he got so zoned in on the IMAX, filming it on IMAX, that maybe he forgot to, tell a cohesive story or like fully bake it out where it's like actually feels epic. I don't know. I don't know.
I guess we'll see.
I'm looking forward to it though, and I probably will watch it more than once. At this point, I'm already planning on that. So there you go. There's the list.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. We'll catch you next time when we do the Odyssey. We add the Odyssey to our list.